And out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota, the setting for our broadcast tonight. This is it. Opening day. DA, it's all yours.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said,
yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green and Cauley Stein are down low. And it's Robinson. In its small forward. And for Minnesota, Wiggins and Covington fill the wings. Towns is out there with Bell, and it's Teague in at the one. Here's Towns. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
Well, the offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Thompson. Bell with the block.
At a young age, Bell has proven to be a great shot blocker with tremendous timing.
And Towns gets it to go.
and running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Covington with the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Robert Covington. That one doesn't go. Curry with the defensive effort. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Green. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Yeah, just tireless from Draymond that time. He values each possession and creates a second opportunity that time.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Bell, and he dunks it down.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Robinson. Alec Burks checked in for Thompson. And it's Russell in for Curry. Now, here's Green. Here's Russell. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To the paint. Here's Bell. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Watch Jordan Bell. Watch him play off the ball, and you see how athletic he is. But it's fully evident on plays like that, the jam.
The pass to Green. Covington with the steal. On up the court. Wiggins finds Towns. Back to Wiggins. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here is Russell. Green inside, defended by Bell. Here's Looney. Moves back up. Minnesota with the rebound. It's a 7-point spread. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Wiggins has got his second bucket.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
The Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Curry against Teague. Outside Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Over Teague. And the Warriors miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green.
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's that.
Well, and And he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then it's Robinson, and it's Spellman in at the 4.
Well, it's been interesting to watch Willie Cauley-Stein and his development, mostly coming from De'Aaron Fox in a style change where Willie Cauley-Stein could get out and be athletic. Now with the Golden State Warriors, who like to play up pace and move up the floor, along with Steph Curry's playmaking ability, Willie Cauley-Stein could have a great opportunity here at the center position to be a runner and a scorer in transition.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. And with Cauley-Stein last year, he made some big strides before his free agency.
Well, I think that's something that Bob Myers and the Golden State Warriors were very keen to, as they're trying to adjust and tweak this roster after the season they had last year. Willie Cauley-Stein, a great running big with great hands and can finish. So if they're going to play up-tempo and speed up the game even more, Willie Cauley-Stein at the center does make some sense.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State, Looney's checked in for Amari Spellman, and it's Green in for Robinson. The free throw drops for Towns.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And it's Wiggins missing.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him. Still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Culver's checked in for Wiggins. And the Warriors also making a change. Spellman's checked in, and that one misses.
Jordan Bell's just got to combine a little bit of smarts with all that hustle and activity.
And the second free throw, good.
Interesting to see the Warriors not be prohibitive favorites coming into the season. You still have to give the Warriors a lot of credit for the run they've been on. 5 straight finals, something that we haven't seen since the 1960s with the Boston Celtics.
Thompson the bounce pass. Looney kicks to Curry. Lets it go from 11, and he nails the jumper. Curry's got 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
In the corner, Bell with it. Back to Covington. Pass to Culver. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. And for the Warriors, a new opponent in the finals. First time, Brent, they didn't face the Cleveland Cavaliers.
First time no Cleveland, and first time for the Raptors appearing in the finals. And those injuries, Kevin, quite frankly, just too much to overcome. Very unfortunate to not see both teams at full strength at the most important time of the year.
Here's Curry. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 8 points for him.
We all know that Klay Thompson's a great scorer, and we should talk more about his defense, so we will here. Intelligent and uses his length that time.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and to see Klay back out on the court, can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Klay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Warriors. Layman passed to Nathan. Now here's Jang. Passes it to Okogie. Back to Jang. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting for Minnesota, Dondi.
That free throw, good from Jang.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State, trailing by 10.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Here's Vonleh. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
And it's blocked. Napier feeling it out a bit. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Here with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew, for you personally, a great first half.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Wiggins and Covington fill the wing. Bell is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Teague in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
And the rejection by Towns. And Bell kicks to Covington. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Offensive rebound and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
He's got great activity, does Willie Cauley-Stein, and that time the activity helped him to draw a foul.
You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
Warriors trail by 14. Here's Thompson, and the Warriors miss again.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
Gets the 14-footer to fall. Thompson's got 12.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Cranes the three-pointer. 14 points for Andrew Wiggins.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Thompson. And too long on the shot. Timberwolves leading by 15. Teague finds Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
And the Warriors with some changes. Omari Spellman has come in for Cauley-Stein. Alec Burks comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Russell in for Curry. Russell looking around. Here's Spellman, and he jams it with authority.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Napier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 4 to shoot. Wayman passed it Jang. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And checking out some stats for D'Angelo Russell. A very nice season for him last year. Last year averaged 21 points per, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered. Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Now, here is Russell. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Spellman. No good with the fallback jumper. Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's Napier. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for the Warriors. 43 seconds left in the third. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Warriors have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
First free throw is good. That one misses. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. To the wing right side. Now here's Napier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And nice hustle by Russell, trying to make himself into more of a two-way player.
The offensive rebound. Conley kicks to Napier. Pass to Chang. For three, Okogie. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 14. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. D'Angelo Russell out there with Alec Burks. And it's McKinney in at the three, the small forward. Fires it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. McKinney's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors. Outside, Towns. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Bell is checked in for Vonleh. Robert Covington comes in for Jake Lehman. Wiggins is checked in for Culver. And it's Teague in for Josh Okogie. Minnesota calls timeout. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Warriors trail by 12. Here's Curry. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Goes up with a stripe. The shot missing. Wiggins with some nice D. Greg, no secret that many Minnesota fans are questioning the contract they gave to Andrew Wiggins as his development has seemed to plateau.
And with all due respect to Wiggins, it would be worth worrying about if you're a Timberwolves fan. Wiggins has taken a step backwards, I feel, the last few years in his scoring and seemingly has lost the edge to his game that made him such a promising young star.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. We're We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. T kicks to Covington. On the wing, Wiggins. Poked away. Stolen by Thompson. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors trail by 18. Now Curry. It's stolen by T.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it. They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Looney down low, defended by Covington. Curry looking around. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. That one drops for him. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Minnesota.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around. And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like...
No way.
My. How did he hit that shot?
NBA basketball. Thank you.
There's the triple. And Pascal pulls it down. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Can't connect from long distance. Wiggins outside. On the wing. He gets it in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 20. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And a little late to implement a plan B
this game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not